Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. I'm really excited for today's video. We are three again. Shawnee and Erica and I are collabing on another video. The gist of it is we were supposed to pick a palette that is kind of us in like a color story or what have you, and answer a bunch of questions. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Hopefully you're into that. I'm not gonna yammer on too long about things. I will obviously have Shawnee's, why do I say obviously all the time? I'll have Shawnee's channel and Erica's channel linked in the description box, just in case by some chance you haven't already subscribed to them. You could totally go and do that when you're done here. Or, I mean, you could ditch me and go check them out first, and then come back if you want to. It's up to you, no pressure. All right, let's just get into it. The palette I chose is the Tarte Man-Eater. I know this has like a second name or something, but it's the little tiny 9-pan one. And the reason I chose this one, because I was thinking about it like, me and a palette, do they make a whole palette of just black eyeshadows? Then I was like, thinking about like my personality and who I am and like what I want to be as a human. And it's this palette, because for this palette, I think it is good and reliable. And every time I use it, I know what I'm gonna get. And I like it. And I think that that's me. Like, this is who I am. I literally cannot pretend. I tried in a recent video. It didn't work. But this is just it. And I'm going to be the person that you know, no matter what. And hopefully, you know, if I'm needed, I can be reliable and good and give you what you need. So that's what I think. It's kind of like, I don't know, it could be seen as a boring palette, but sometimes reliable is good. So, all right, let's just get into the questions and I'll start piling on eyeshadows. I'm gonna go in with the shade Purr on a big Rephr 15 fluffy brush. And that's gonna go in my crease. We're really gonna focus on the questions, not so much the makeups. If your pet could talk, what would they say? Pet, what would they say about you? Well, I have two pets. We have Cat, who is almost 17. And then we have Puppers, also a cat, who is a baby. Like, she was just born August 14th. So, was it? Yeah, it was August 14th. Anyway, I think they would say very different things. I think Cat would be like, listen, this chick was hard to train, so 10 out of 10, don't recommend. But I think Puppers would be like, oh, you know, she's all right. I'll take her. She lets me climb all over her and do whatever I want and scratch her up and snuggle in the blankies with her, so that's what I think they'd say. Cat's been around a lot longer. He's had enough of my shenanigans, so there's that. Number 2, what is an embarrassing moment from your youth? I'm gonna go into Saucy, which is like the next brown one. An embarrassing moment from my youth. Okay. I typically like to pretend the embarrassing things didn't happen, but when I was, I don't know, maybe between 8 and 10, my uncle was in the Navy and we got to go have a tour of his carrier ship. Yeah, I peed my pants right on the deck. I had to pee so bad and it was cold and my bladder said nope, and I peed my pants on a carrier ship. Yeah. Number 3, what is the strangest food combination that you enjoy? I don't know, as I feel like that's kind of subjective. But I will say I was eating potato chips dipped in like ganache from a cake. And my best friend was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "It's delicious." She didn't believe me. And then she tried it and then she believed me. So I don't know if that's weird. And I know it used to be kind of odd to dip French fries, like McDonald's French fries, into a milkshake. But I don't know, if you're young and listening to this, that is the hangover answer. Just saying. Number 4, what is the craziest thing you've ever done on a dare? I don't think I've ever done anything crazy on a dare. I think that one's a big fat flop for me. Number 5, if you could choose one superpower, what would it be? I'm going into the dark brown matte shade called Midnight. If I could choose one superpower, strength. That'd be super cool. If you're new here, I have muscular dystrophy, so I have like very, very, very weak muscles. So yeah, I think I would like to be super strong. Number 6, explain an inside joke that you have with a family member or friend. Okay, it's not so much like an inside joke as it is kind of like just something we do. So if my sister and I are hanging out and I don't know, for whatever reason, we shouldn't look at whatever, one of us will say Ethel, basically, which is from a Ray Stevens song. And people don't know what that means. I mean, it's hilarious if you're us, but, and then there, if we happen to call each other, which we don't really do these days, it would be, we would answer, "It's me again, Margaret." So yeah, which is, you know, we think it's funny and very inside jokey, but I don't know if that actually counts or not. I'm just blending over the edge. Number 7, what did you do as a teenager that makes you cringe now? Well, everything. Like, being a teenager is no good. Also, you know, had a baby when I was 16 and then again at 18. So that's not like great. Makes me cringe when I see, you know, 16, 17-year-old, 18, 20-year-old kids now having babies. I'm like, what are you doing? You're a baby. Don't have a baby. So yeah, at the time, I didn't realize just how, you know, not awful, because it's not awful, but like, I don't know. It makes me cringe now to think of other people seeing me as a baby and having a baby, you know? Okay. Number 8, what is the most ridiculous thing you believed as a child? I don't think there's anything. I don't think there is anything. Number 9, what is the dumbest way you've injured yourself? Seriously, washing a glass. So, you know, you like put your hand in and kind of run it around the inside. Well, apparently the glass had been fractured or something at some point. So as I put my hand in and started sliding it around to wash the inside, the glass broke and sliced my hand right on my index finger knuckle at the base of my hand. That was dumb and awful. Oh my gosh. Number 10, what is the worst outfit you've ever worn? You know, I gotta say, props, like the MC Hammer pants back in the 90s, that was a choice. So probably Probably that. I'm going in with the like more pinky shade, which isn't really pink at all. It's a words, Jan. It's not a shimmer, it's a satin. It's a satin shade. And then I'll go with the lightest shimmer on the inner portion. Number 11, what is the coolest thing you've ever made? Well, I made a couple of cool kids. But as far as like material things, I learned how to crochet. Oh my gosh, a long time ago now. 15 years maybe? And I made blankets. And that was the coolest thing, like take string and make something real and material, which sounds so dumb, but like giving somebody warmth and cozy from something I made. That was cool. I was pretty psyched about that. Number 12, what is your definition of success? I think success can look like anything, really. Mine is probably just living a good life and being a good human and, you know, just keeping up doing what I do and being a good friend, a good mom. I'm not really like necessarily a good YouTuber, but, you know, make videos that are entertaining or whatever. I think that is my definition of success. You gotta be happy, right? And I think by and large I am, and that's kind of a big feat all on its own. So let's go with that. Number 13, what is your most cherished possession? For the record, the only questions I read was the first one about the pets. What is your most cherished possession? This one's tricky because I don't put really anything into things. I'm gonna go with something I would be devastated by if I lost. And for me, that would be my photo albums of when my kids were little. Those are probably my most cherished. Everything else is whatever, but those I couldn't replace. So yeah, probably pictures of my kids when they were little. All right, we've got 2 questions left. Let me go do the rest of my face. I'll come back with a finished look and I'll answer the last 2 questions and we can be done. All right, I'm back and my face is done, as are my eyes. Do you want a quick zoom in on what they look like? Pretty basic, but I like it. This palette it's just easy. It's easy and it's reliable. I don't have to think about it. I can just put it on and it works. So yeah. If you're interested in what else is on my face, I'll let you know at the end of the video. I'll answer the next 2 questions and then we'll get to that. All right, number 14 is, what is the best advice you've ever received? Honestly and genuinely, when I was 11, our family hit a pretty rough time. And a friend of my mom's told me the beginning of the Serenity Prayer. Like, the whole thing is pretty long, but whether you're religious or not, it goes, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that has helped me for 35 years. Genuinely, like, I mean, of course there are times when I'm like, can't function, can't get past the emotion, the sadness, the what have you. But I think that's the best advice I've ever gotten. It has genuinely helped me so much. Every day, even now. Because, you know, life is lifing and it's tricky. So let me know if you've heard that, if you live by that. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. And the last question, number 15, what celebrity do you think you have the most in common with? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I don't know. Literally no clue. If you've got any thoughts on that, leave it in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you think. But yeah, I honestly and genuinely cannot imagine a celebrity I have the most in common with. I got nothing. All right, so as for what is on my face, I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless in 122 Creamy Beige. That's my foundation, obviously. My concealer is the Maybelline Superstay. And then, of course, I have the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop for the very inner corner where my nose and my eye kind of meet up. My powder is the Too Faced translucent setting powder. I'm just trying to use that up. My contour is Kevin Aqua. My bronzer is the Natasha Denona contour sculpting powder, because on me right now it's more of a bronzer, so I'm using it. My blush is the Essence Pure Nude, and this is in Pretty Peach. I love these blushes. The last thing I need is a new blush, but boy howdy. I, of course, primed with my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Powder Balm thingy. My highlighter is the Nabla Skin Glazing in Ozone. It's very pretty, unobtrusive highlighter. My finishing powder is the NYX Professional Makeup Can't Stop, Won't Stop Mattifying Powder in Light. I think that's everything. Oh, my lip is this JCat, like My Lips But Better, and my lip oil gloss is that it? It is. It's the Odin's Eye and Angelica Shine Spectral. Oh, it's nice. I don't love how they smell, but it's not like overly offensive. So that is everything. I did line my waterline with just a brown eyeliner. So let me know what you think. Answer any or all of these questions in the comment section if you want to. I love answering questions. I am an open book. If it's mine to talk about, I don't mind. I'll talk about it. Nothing offends me or makes me feel any kind of way. I think communication is super important. So, you know, I don't know. I love questions, and Erica does too. So I'm so excited to watch Erica and Shawnee's videos. Those two women are amazing. I just love them with my whole heart. So hopefully you will or have checked them out already. If you're new to either one of them, tell them you came from here and that I think they're awesome. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.